Hey everybody, Travis here. What I'm going to show you quick is an option that you can try. I personally think these things work great. What this is a peg float with a rattle. Call it a Demon Dragon. This particular one, it's got a rattle, like I said, makes noise. So what I like to do with this is I'll tie my snell first, and I'll work it up through here, wrap it twice, then I'll usually throw one or two just regular simple knots into this end right here. I like to have the eyeball down. It helps this thing float more. The closer you are towards your hook like this, I like to give it about an inch and a half. That way when this thing's in the water column, it's going to be doing this number, all right? But your leader length, you can vary that, you know, it's up to you. But I think they're a great addition. It's just one more fun thing that seems to attract fish. If you'd like, give it a shot. Hopefully it does a little help for you. You catch more fish with it. But other than that, you just tie it off onto your swivel just like any other setup. So I already discussed how you set up one of these little Demon Dragon setups here. Another thing I'm going to touch on is the type of water that you want to be fishing. If you're going to be using one of these things, you're going to want to have some current. If it's in some slacked area that's got basically no flow through it, and you're using a live bait, that thing's going to twist itself up around this thing, and you are going to have yourself a mess and a heck of a time untangling it. So I would recommend, if you're going to use one of these Demon Dragons here, you get it into some current. Alright? Personally, I think that when you're in current, like I said, it's going to be up here. And it's not going to, that bait isn't going to be twisting itself around. So that's my best advice. Put these into current, non-slack water. This is just a simple Carolina rig. So you got yourself, we're using a no-roll sinker, bead, swivel, leader line, snell. We're using clinch knots here. You can adjust your leader length. This thing's about a foot, maybe a little more, not much, but it's all up to personal preference. We're using circle hooks here, as you can see, 10-aught Gamakatsu. This seems to be a good setup if you're, I mean, you could use this thing in high current, you could use it in slack water. It's not going to really get wound up by live bait. It's pretty much the go-to, you know, but we'll get a bait on there quickly for you. So when hooking your bait, I mean, you could put it in a couple of spots. You could go back here by this adipose fin. Personally, I like to hook them up about here, about an inch or so behind this dorsal fin. I'll go into the meat. I like to come out a little bit of an angle there. Sometimes your bait can get rehooked though. That happened to me last night when I was on shore. You lose a fish that way. If this hook point ain't out and it's buried up in the side of your bait, you're not going to be catching much that way. But that is a good way of hooking it right there. But like I said, everybody's got their preference on where they like to hook them, you know. Some people like to trim these things off. They trim off the front fins too. And I just figure it's like, in nature, sometimes, yeah, they're missing these. But it's like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that doesn't have crust on it.
Got this nice little flathead here. First one of the night. It's been a rough night, so
lots of bugs. As you can see, they're swarming. It looks like it's snowing.
It's not.
It's not, bugs. Trust me, but
we're sending him on his way though.
Yeah. Cute little guy.
Right.
Yep. Later, dude.